Hi, this is Michael again, with Kemco Service Department. Now we're going to discuss utilities for our 1.0 vapor mic.
The vapor mic requires a minimum of 15 to 18 psi natural gas supplied by your utility company, and it needs to be supplied with all local codes in compliance with it. And we do prefer that you have some type of drip leg before we do supply fuel here. We do require that not only do we have a minimum of 15 to 18 psi delivery pressure here, but it also needs to provide minimum 1,000 cubic feet of gas per hour of natural gas. Now we're going to walk around over here, and we're going to identify some of the gas train components and work our way through. Our gas line comes on in, and there's a low gas pressure switch back here, if anybody can see that. Okay, and what that is, if we do lose gas pressure, it will drop the heater out. Okay, then we're going to go on through. This is our pilot gas regulator and our pilot gas pressure gauge. We will jump back to that in a couple minutes. We're going to follow the main gas line through. As we go through, we have a little check valve in here. Okay, this kind of keeps the gas from going two different directions. And we have the main gas regulator. You will have minimum of 15 to 18 psi feeding the upstream side of the gas regulator. And what we require is a minimum of 12 to maximum 14 psi downstream. This is our downstream pressure gauge right here. This is what you will set between 12 and 14 psi. We will now move forward. After that is done, we have what is known as two gas solenoid valves. Two gas solenoid valves are provided for your safety. Just in case one fails, we do have one as a backup for safety of you and the equipment. These gas valves only will become energized when, after the pilot is lit, these guys will come on open and supply fuel to the mixer burner head, which will come up this line here. This line comes up and it goes into this little brass needle valve, which is your main speed tuning valve. This is how you will tune your machine when it fires up on the mainframe. All right, now the gas will go through into the mixer burner head, but it will first go into a fuel nozzle. The fuel nozzle is bolted in here, goes in here about yay far, and it will pour fuel down into the head. Air will come in above it, mix it down. Here's our pilot, as we discussed earlier. Lights pilot, we have our flame. Okay, now we're done with the main fuel line. We're going to jump back to the pilot. This is our pilot gas regulator that we just talked about a minute ago. There's our pilot gas pressure gauge. We usually require minimum of 6 to 9 psi for pilot gas pressure. As far as being a technician and experience, 9 psi seems to be the best working pressure for the best results. Things may vary according to each application and altitude. All right, once we adjust this screw here to get between 6 and 9, I would like to see 9. We have our pilot gas fuel shutoff valve. It'll then come out of there, it'll wrap around the machine, come back up, go through this little silver line over here, and go into what is known as an inline fuel filter. This is provided to filter out any contaminants that may have passed through your drip leg or any filter or Y strainer that you have provided for the main fuel utility on the back of the machine. All right, and the reason for that is the pilot fuel head has very small holes in it and does not like any particulars or contaminants at all, or it will plug up and not perform properly. This is your pilot gas solenoid. This solenoid will allow fuel only to go into the fuel nozzle when the fire eye is calling for pilot. Usually it only comes on for approximately 10 seconds. The fuel will go in here, distribute the fuel. We will, at the same time the solenoid energizes, we have a spark plug, we have air mixture, we will get a flame in here, a pilot flame. We will discuss this on the tuning section. And that is all for the gas train.